and show him exactly where he belongs. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Ryan Garcia's decision to take an exhibition bout in Tokyo against Japanese kickboxing star Rukiya Anpo on December 30th has shocked many in the boxing world. Instead of focusing on a major professional fight or a long-awaited rematch with fighters like Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney, Garcia is stepping into the ring for a less competitive match. This unexpected move speaks volumes about his current state in boxing, both in terms of his career trajectory and his mental focus. For Garcia, the exhibition is not just a casual fight, it's an attempt to rebuild momentum following a challenging period. After his loss to Devin Haney in April and a suspension for a positive test for Osterring, Garcia is eager to get back in the spotlight. Fans and reporters were looking for answers when Garcia made his first public appearance in months at the Beverly Hilton. This appearance marked his return to the media after a long period of silence. And it wasn't just about the fight in Tokyo, it was a chance for Garcia to explain himself, defend his choices, and make his case for why an exhibition fight is the right step for him right now. Despite his reasoning, not everyone agrees with Garcia's decision. Gervonta Davis, who handed Garcia his most recent loss, has been vocal about his thoughts on Garcia's comeback. While he didn't express outright hostility, Davis was critical of Garcia's path. He questioned why Garcia wouldn't wait for a major fight to make his return, especially given the significance of his absence from the ring. For Davis, Garcia's decision to take an exhibition fight instead of a high-stakes showdown ruins the excitement of his comeback. Why not just wait for a big fight for your big return, Davis asked. It's a valid point if Garcia has already spent a year off. Why not use this time to build up anticipation for a more thrilling, professional fight? Garcia's focus on exhibition bouts raises further questions about his priorities. He's not just looking at this fight with Anpo, but also seems interested in a future match against YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul, which would require him to gain weight once again. These moves could impact his professional career, especially if they keep him from staying active in the more competitive world of boxing. Ryan Garcia's choices are raising eyebrows, and while the exhibition against Anpo is an interesting step in his comeback, it's far from the glamorous return many were expecting. Tank Davis's criticism reflects the larger sentiment in boxing. Garcia may be straying too far from the path of real competition, choosing exhibitions over the high-stakes matchups that could solidify his legacy.
I'm definitely working my defense because I ain't trying to get hit with none of them punches. You know what I mean? I ain't sleeping on Ryan. I'm watching him when he think I ain't watching him.
What he's doing is giving critics a chance to fire back at him, and there have already been questions about why he's fighting during his suspension. This raises concerns about what his actions mean for boxing, especially for someone as high profile as him. The best and most logical choice for his return would likely have been to wait for a professional fight, but this exhibition is starting to face some criticism, making it less than the ideal comeback. However, Garcia views things differently. With his suspension preventing him from participating in professional bouts for now, he sees the exhibition as his only way to stay active and sharp. His frustration with the situation was evident as he continues to dispute the positive test that led to his suspension, claiming it was due to a tainted supplement. But rather than dwelling on this setback, he's trying to turn it into an opportunity. Garcia explained, "I just have to go with the flow." He admitted that he's taking part in this exhibition because it's a big event and allows him to stay in shape for a more significant fight down the line. It's his only option, he says. Taking months off ruins you, you lose a step, he continued, acknowledging the risks of such a break. So we'll see how it goes from there. We'll make a decision. I'm just trying to get back in the mix, get used to training, stay in shape, and continue developing for a big fight in April. That's the plan with me, Golden Boy, and the whole team. The fight against Ono is set at a catch weight of 153 lbs, featuring 8 2-minute rounds with 10 Oz gloves. While not as intense as a professional fight, it's serious enough to keep Garcia on his toes. Ono, a skilled kickboxer with a record of 27 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw, is no slouch. He previously fought Manny Pacquiao in an exhibition earlier this year, so he's no stranger to big-name bouts. With over 40,000 fans expected at the Saitama Super Arena, the event is shaping up to be a major spectacle, even if it doesn't involve a title or rankings. However, there are some significant obstacles behind the large throng and brilliant lights. Hours after the press announcement, Garcia's promotional agency Golden Boy Promotions threw a wrench in his plans, releasing a statement stating that the fight could not take place without their consent. It demonstrates how difficult boxing can be off the ring, where rights and contracts frequently interfere with the action. Garcia's already complex comeback is further complicated by fans want to see if this bout truly proceeds as scheduled, which is still up in the air.
And you have the audacity to miss weight, drink beer and wait, and I feel that's very disrespectful. I don't understand why you're saying you can't miss weight.
Fake king, you know?
You're the fake king.
Gervonta Tank Davis isn't done with Ryan Garcia yet. After their thrilling showdown in April, one of the most highly anticipated boxing events of the year, Davis made it clear that he's open to a rematch with Garcia, but it will be on his terms. Their first fight pulled in over $2 million in pay-per-view buys and generated an impressive $22.8 million at the gate, solidifying both fighters as major draws in the sport. Davis's victory in that contest elevated his career to new heights, but it also showcased Garcia's appeal, even in defeat. Fans have been clamoring for a second fight, but Davis is playing it cool, unwilling to accept any unusual terms. In particular, Davis has no intention of agreeing to any catch weights or rehydration clauses this time around. When Garcia suggested a weight of around 140 pounds for a potential rematch, Davis responded sharply. He proposed that Garcia could rehydrate back up to 150 or 152 pounds, but insisted that he himself is staying at 135 for now. Davis, who remains firmly entrenched in the lightweight division, is focused on his upcoming bout against Lamont Roach Jr., the super featherweight champion moving up to lightweight. This fight, slated for March, will keep Davis occupied as Garcia navigates his own path forward. However, the idea of a rematch between the two is already stirring up conversation, with both fighters hinting that it's only a matter of time before they meet again in the ring. Meanwhile, Garcia, ever confident, is focusing on his upcoming exhibition match in Tokyo. Although an exhibition doesn't carry the same weight as a professional fight, Garcia sees it as an opportunity to stay sharp and maintain his fitness.
I'm not worried about this guy. I know he did.
Okay, guys. Can I get the teams up here, please? Can I get the teams up here? Excuse me.
Goofy.
Can I get the team up here?
He's been on a break from competitive action and views this exhibition as a stepping stone towards bigger things in 2024, which may include a rematch with Davis. Garcia's focus is clear. He wants to stay in the mix and remind fans of his skills, even if the exhibition fight is seen by some as a gamble. While it keeps him active in the sport, critics argue that it could potentially undermine the impact of his return to professional boxing, especially with his suspension hanging over him. The suspension and his connection with Golden Boy Promotions have made every step Garcia takes highly scrutinized. But Garcia, who has been through his share of controversy, is no stranger to criticism. After his fight with Tank Davis earlier this year, he's become even more determined to prove his worth in the ring. He remains confident that the rematch will happen, and when it does, he'll be in a better position. Garcia's future, however, is not solely tied to Davis. One rivalry that's starting to heat up again is with Devin Haney, a fighter Garcia is eager to face once more.
He's crazy. He's crazy talking about rematch. He said I was the best at 135 to 42. He said that. Say he won't fight back again. I'll kick his ass again.
Haney and Garcia have exchanged words for years, but the drama surrounding their first fight only added fuel to the fire. Haney has taken his grievances with Garcia to court, filing a lawsuit against him over the failed drug test that followed their fight. Haney believes that Garcia's positive test for a banned substance tainted their fight, and that justice wasn't fully served. For Garcia, this legal battle has added another layer of animosity to an already tense rivalry. He admits the lawsuit feels personal and that Haney's actions have only fueled his desire to settle the score in the ring. "It's a little bit personal now," Garcia said, acknowledging the weight of the lawsuit and the legal battle he's currently facing. "They think I cheated. If they feel that way, let's run it again, and I'm going to make him worse.
Didn't I tell you you're gonna feel some feel you ain't felt? No.
Garcia remains unfazed, confidently stating that he wasn't at his best during their initial bout. I didn't even train for the fight, I was kind of just crashing out, he admitted. But now Garcia insists he is focused and determined to make Haney pay for his accusations. I'm going to whoop him even worse this time, Garcia declared, emphasizing his confidence in the face of Haney's legal and verbal attacks. The idea of a rematch between Garcia and Haney is already sparking interest among fans, even if the fight won't happen for several months due to Garcia's suspension. The rivalry, though, is as heated as ever, with both fighters eager to settle their differences inside the ring. Garcia sees the potential rematch as not just about redemption, but also about clearing his name. He's determined to prove that he's not the villain that some have made him out to be. For Garcia, the fight is no longer just a career move, it's personal. The legal drama with Haney has only heightened the stakes, and Garcia is more than ready to face his rival again when the time comes. As both Davis and Garcia continue on their respective paths, one thing is clear: the boxing world is eagerly awaiting the inevitable rematch between these two, as well as the potential showdown with Haney. Whether it's settling scores with Haney or facing off with Davis, Garcia's 2024 looks poised to be one of the most anticipated comebacks in the sport's recent history. Fans are hungry for these high-stakes battles, and it seems only a matter of time before Garcia gets his chance to prove himself in the ring once again. The rivalry between Garcia and Haney has only intensified since their first encounter. Both fighters have taken shots at each other in interviews and on social media, keeping the tension high. For Garcia, a rematch is about more than just proving he's the better fighter, it represents redemption. After the no contest ruling, his suspension sidelined him and forced a deep reflection on his career and life choices. It served as a wake-up call, reshaping his approach to both boxing and his personal life.
Do you want that rematch with Ryan Garcia? Is that something that's like, man, I gotta get that back?
If it was right here, I get it back right now. Because it's just, you know, if somebody did you like that, you want to take it, because I did that already. I tried to do it fair. I tried to, you know, it was 3-3 since amateurs. I tried to give you that, you know, that another fight, and when it was even, we was drug tests, we was on even playing field, and you f***ed up. I didn't.
Garcia has openly discussed the personal struggles he faced in the aftermath of his fight with Haney. It's been a difficult year for the 25-year-old, both professionally and personally. However, he's now emerging from that period with a renewed sense of purpose and focus. I'm feeling much more positive, he said, acknowledging that living a reckless life only leads to destruction. Garcia has learned valuable lessons from his hardships and is now focused on becoming the best version of himself. I'm more calm, more focused, Garcia continued. This is the life I always wanted to live. His aim is to rebuild his career, stay sharp during his suspension, and prepare for a triumphant return to the ring. While the rematch with Haney is still uncertain, both fighters are keeping each other in their sights. Haney, the reigning lightweight champion, has his own ambitions, but the prospect of settling the score with Garcia looms large for both men. When the rematch does happen, it will be about more than titles or rankings. For Garcia, it's an opportunity for redemption and pride, a chance to prove he's overcome the challenges that have marked the turbulent years since their first fight. For both men, this bout will settle unresolved questions and answer the call for vengeance and redemption.
And obviously the boxing world, they just want the Haney rematch so it could be settled once and for all. What is your message? Obviously, you guys are going through the lawsuit right now, but if you and Devin can run it back again, under what terms would it be?
Run it back the same way, just a little higher weight class.